Welcome. This is your weekly, no. Oh my God, I'm on automatic. Let's try it again. This is your daily tarot card reading for Born Without Boundaries. If you are watching this on Astrology Motivation, first of all, thank you. What's up, guys? Second of all, please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you get notified as soon as I upload all this content. Also, come join me live, man. Yeah, over on Instagram. Do not find me on Instagram. Just click the link in my profile and it'll take you directly to my Instagram profile. It's at born_without_boundaries, but there have been a lot of fake accounts created and you won't be able to find my account because it's just gotten so ridiculous. So, hello. Please remember to use the link that I provide. That will take you directly to my actual profile. The links are in my description boxes right below this video, as well as on the banner of each of my YouTube channels. You'll see the little Instagram icon. Click on that. It'll take you right to my profiles. Take you right to my Twitter profile, right to my Facebook profile, right to my Instagram, right to my website, and right to the other channels, and right to my Vimeo. So if you're having trouble finding the links in the description box, which some people do, go to the banner, go to the front page of my channel, and in the banner, in the big banner right across the top where my logo is, you'll see that there are little icons that are scattered there. Click on them and it'll take you right to my profile. So that's the surefire way to make sure that you're finding me. What's up? That you're finding me and not somebody else. Anyway, it is Tuesday. Rosemary. Rosemary improves wisdom and memory. Rosemary is one of my favorite scents ever. I love the smell of fresh rosemary is like the best. And it's rosemary season, man. It really is. Rosemary season is Thanksgiving for me. And I put rosemary in just about every savory dish that I make for Thanksgiving. It's so delicious. And it's interesting how it improves wisdom and memory on a day when we're giving thanks for all that we have. How beautiful is that? The smell of rosemary makes me happy. It's one of the specific scents that I have. Anyone else wishing they weren't a Libra? Let's talk about the Libra. Oh my God, I was so frustrated. I felt like Sagittarius sucked up all the luck in the cards because their reading, every good card came out. Even in their extended, every fucking good card just kept coming out, even in the other decks. Right? That's just the Sagittarius way. And Libras had a really hard week last week, and I was hoping that we would get a really good week this week. Nope, really tough energy, even tougher than last week. We're still going through it. But in a lot of ways, Libras are putting themselves through it, but it's not something that we can help. And that's why I know we're elevating and awakening, because ultimately what that means is Libra energy is being asked to vibe at the highest part of its energy. Basic Libra energy, 3D Libra energy is obsessed with partnership. What's up, Teresa? Partnership with other people, especially being in a partnership. And that's the main challenge right now, is partnerships and how much Libra will try to justify everything and find a way to take the peace and make it all their responsibility by compromising everything that they are to keep the peace. But that's not keeping the peace. That's enabling and patchwork and lying. You're not actually lying, but you're lying. It's not real peace. Because real peace is a balance from both sides, which means you should be asking them to do their part, but they're not doing their part. And instead you're compensating for them and pretending like it's all okay, because you really want it to be okay. And this is where the root of the pain is coming from. So I just read part of Lulu of the House of Oshun. She just posted something about Libras that was really smart. She said, it said something about Libras need to be working on the partnership with inside themselves, with the partnership between them and their higher selves. The partnership, the balance of their yin and their yang. That's where they really need to start working on, because all this pain is coming from the drain. The pain is coming from the drain, where they're getting drained of their energy. Why? Because they're just lying. You're basically lying to yourself, saying that, hey, I'm keeping this partnership working. You're not keeping it working because it's not working, but you're patching it up. The only way to keep it working is to insist that they do their part and to believe them when they choose not to. To believe them when they choose not to. When they choose not to do their part, you must believe them. You must understand that that means you don't mean as much to them as they mean to you, and you cannot make a decision to continue on. You have to accept the truth. And a lot of times Libras try to invent the truth and create the truth instead of accepting the truth when it comes to partnerships. Not other shit, but when it comes to relationships. And this isn't about romance. Could also be family relationships, taking too much shit, putting up with it for way too long. Oh my God, Libras and Virgos and Scorpios will put up with shit for so fucking long. Everybody thinks Cancerians put up with shit. Cancerians don't actually put up with shit. Cancerians just find a way to make you so miserable you'll dump them, but they don't. So understand that if you're dating a Cancer and your life has been miserable for the past month, it is because your Cancerian partner or spouse doesn't like you anymore, but cannot find the strength or courage to tell you. So they're making you miserable so you'll leave them. That's what's happening. That's 100% what's happening. But they'll still find a way to get you gone. They really will. They really will. But, oh my God, Libras will find a way to justify everything. They'll find a way to compensate for everything. They'll find a way to balance the scale when that's not really balancing the scale. It's just sort of propping the scale up to make it look balanced. It's not really balanced. So, I was interesting because a very famous Libra, his name is Will Smith. I'm sure you've heard of him. He was talking about his relationship with his wife, Jada Pinkett. And, who am I to have opinions on people that I don't know? Like I said, I don't know their full story. Nobody does. We only know what they share. But from what I've seen, like the let's say the pretend people that they show us, this is a very unhealthy and just very unbalanced relationship. And the reason that I say that is because I saw the red table talk between him and Jada when they were discussing her affair with this other person. And look at his face, he was decimated. He was on the brink of tears, if not in tears, the whole fucking time. You could feel the anger welling up inside of him. You could feel it, you could see it, it was visceral. And then when he goes and gets interviewed by Oprah, I saw a recent interview with him on the OWN network, and she asked him about how upset he was during that interview. He was like, I was not upset at all. He looked her straight in the fucking eye and said, I wasn't upset at all. What kind of drugs do you have to be on to say that you weren't upset at all when you were clear? There was not a bone in his body that wasn't completely upset. But he keeps saying repeatedly in his head, it's not an option to end this. Why not, Will? Why is it not an option to end this? Lots of people get divorced. Your children are raised. You're fine. Why is it not an option to end this? Because so many Libras stake the validity of their humanity on their ability to make their relationships work. And it ruins them. It really, really wrecks them internally. Because that's not where you get your validity. It's the relationship between you and the higher power, you and your higher self, you and the balance of your yin and yang. That's got nothing to do with you justifying. You're ignoring all of those things to continue to drain yourself with this bad partnership with somebody else. And I'm not even like saying I hate Jada. I'm just saying that partnership is toxic. But you got two people who are so convinced of their own bullshit. They're like swimming in the sludge and calling it the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, how far removed from yourself can you be is what I'm trying to say. And it's all this toxicity that, like I said, it may not be with you and your spouse. It could be with you and your parents. Parents are another really hard relationship. Children are really another really hard relationship because you want to love these people. And let's put it this way, unconditional love is not the same as unconditional relationships. You can love somebody and let them go, right? You can love somebody unconditionally. The fact that I can't have you in my life because you're toxic doesn't mean I've stopped believing in you. It's that I've realized that where you are in your life right now is toxic for where I am in my life right now. And we got to separate. I'm going to pray for you every day, but I need distance. That is unconditional love. It is not unconditional love to say, yeah, you could treat me whatever, and I'm just going to make all these bad feelings that it's generating in me, I'm just going to make it all go away. Because if I have to confront it, then I have to confront the problem. If I confront the problem, then I have to confront the fact that this relationship is over, or I can't have this relationship in my life because it's toxic. And then what do I do with myself? It's really scary when you get to that point. And I think a lot of the Libran pain right now has been experiencing that. And the ones who are not experiencing that, have already probably gone through it in their lives and leveled the fuck up. You know, it's a really strong Libra to be able to leave a relationship that doesn't work for them. To be able to say, this is a very unhealthy situation for me and I just can't be around this right now. I can't keep justifying how this makes me feel. I can't keep ignoring my own feelings. And I think that a lot of them do. I do. I've seen it over and over again. And Virgos do the same fucking thing, only Libras do it conceptually and Virgos do it pragmatically. Virgos, and Jada Pinkett, by the way, is a Virgo. So you got two people who wipe that off your shoes or this thing is going to keep following you. Exactly. Thank you. Spoken like a true Sagittarian who is this is my sister, guys. Who is having a great week, by the way. Sagittarius is having a good week. Yeah, Sagittarius don't have a problem walking away from anybody that isn't making them happy. Anybody. You'll show up one day and they'll just be gone. They're like, oh, I bought a ticket somewhere. I know. But Virgos will find a practical reasoning for everything that's going on, and they're very good with words. Like Virgos are exceptionally good with words, so they'll find a way to make it sound like it makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense. When you look at it objectively, it makes no sense at all. It's like, you're still miserable, motherfucker, so how is this making any sense? You can justify anything, but it doesn't mean it's right. Like, it just, I don't know. But, and I'm not trying, like, I'm just trying to, I use them because they're pop culture icons essentially, and we kind of a little bit, all of us have seen a little bit, so it's a good example to use, but it's certainly not like they're the only ones that do it. It's very much the energy for Libras now, though, the sense of how much are you causing your own pain. Scorpios are kind of feeling it, but in a much better way, in a sense of they're kind of awakening to the understanding of, I don't need this shit. You know, like they're awakening to, I wanted it and I can have it. I can cast a spell to get it. But do I really want it that bad? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this impressed me in the beginning, but doesn't really impress me like long term. I'm not really sure. Why don't I hold off? Scorpios are kind of like, why don't I hold off on the spell work for a while? Because I'm not really sure I want this motherfucker around for long term. Hold on. They're kind of like seeing. It takes a lot for the signs who like longer relationships. It takes a lot for them to realize the beauty in shorter relationships. The beauty in people just being in your life for a season. You know, the beauty in people just, you know, popping up for a little while. Because it's not, you don't need everybody in your life for long term. You don't. And you should enjoy the short-term interactions, not to the point where it starts to rob you of getting a deeper relationship with somebody or committing yourself to a career or something like that. But short-term has a lot to teach you. You know, it has a lot to give to your life. Like stepping stones, as long as you use it as stepping stones. This, like, do I want to build my condo? No, do I want to build my house on this stepping stone? That's going to be a pretty weak foundation, right? There's no foundation. A stepping stone is for 1 foot for a couple of seconds and then I move on. You know, but use the stepping stones. Don't try to leap over the river. You're going to fucking drown. Use the stepping stones. Trust the stepping stones. Trust where they're taking you. And then you get to the river in good time and in good shape, as opposed to trying to wreck yourself and maybe drowning yourself by trying to completely just jump to the other side, or by staying on one side and never moving. Those aren't good options either. So that's the beauty of the short term. The beauty of the short term is I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm learning something, I'm getting stronger, and then I can move on. I don't have to make this person my home. I don't have to make this place my home. I don't have, there's no obligation. If my heart isn't here, but I'm having a good time, I'll stay with it as long as the good time stays, but I'm not going to kid myself that my heart isn't here anymore. And I think Scorpios are kind of cued into that. Libras haven't really accepted that yet, and Sagittarians, I'm telling you, God, if you want a good reading, if you just want to listen to a good reading, go to the Sagittarius reading. I mean, you had beautiful card after beautiful card after beautiful card. It was like 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. It was like Judgment, World card, like Lovers. Everything was just happy and very Sagittarian, and it's really it's liberating. It's a freeing. Your last 2 Taurus readings were so spot on. It's undeniable the universe made me come across. Thank you. I'm a Taurus chasing music industry with a major broken heart. You know, I gotta tell you, broken hearts are really good for making music. Everybody makes their best album on broken hearts. Do you ever notice that? Shit, it's that broken heart music that everybody can relate to. So use it. When can I donate? You can donate anytime. I'm a happy little faker. FKR? What does that mean, Teresa? I'm a happy little what? Oh, fucker. Oh. Okay, I get it. I'm like, what? You can donate anytime you want, Jessie. Anytime. Donation. You know the best way to donate to the channel is to buy the extended. $10 donation. And then you get the extended reading too. And the extended readings are fantastic. They really do get into major detail. And it's the best way. It's everybody says, how do I donate? How do I donate? Unless you're donating just buy the extended. That's the best way to donate to the channel. And then you get something. And you know why? It's because I work hard on the extendeds. My extendeds are like no other reader's extendeds. My extendeds are just as long as my YouTube readings. I dig in my fucking extendeds. You know what I'm saying? So it's I love my work, and I want to share those extendeds with everybody. And so I keep the cost at what I think it's worth, but also what people can afford. And so you're not only donating money to me, you're also donating your confidence that I have wisdom to share by buying those extendeds. Those are hands down the best way to support the channel. Hands down. Every fucking week I make 12 of them, just like I make 12 YouTube videos. So if anybody's looking to contribute to the channel, sure, you can send me money on PayPal, but why? Send it to me. I know Vimeo, whatever, gets a part of it. Who cares? fucking PayPal takes a part of your donations too. Everybody's taking a piece of something. I'm serious. But ultimately, I take a lot of joy and I have a lot of confidence in my extendeds. So the best way and the best compliment to me is for when people purchase them. 100%. 100%. 100%. So, all right, dudes. Wait, Teresa, I can't see. Oh, I can't see what is this little, okay. I love my little honey. Say hi, everybody. Say hi to the Bobiuses. Say hi. Yeah. Mommy loves the baby. Mommy loves the baby. I love her so much. Yeah. Hug my honey. Hug my little baby. Yeah, I love her. 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 Okay. So yeah, Tuesday, the moon went void, of course, at 10:51 a.m. and then it enters Taurus at 9:18 p.m. That's a long void of course. Some void of courses are really short and other void of courses are really long. It just is what it is. So the moon is going into Taurus, which is usually a really nice place for it. But watch it. It's a little wonky right now because, remember, Uranus is in Taurus right now. And Uranus is really challenging a lot of planets right across from it in Scorpio. And the planets across from it, of course, are the Sun, Mars, and Mercury. Yeah, so it's like, you can't get a more arrogant combination than the Sun, Mercury, and Mars hanging out together. Like, they fucking think they own the world. Really, that's like the mentality, right? And I think it's a lot of why Scorpio isn't decimated by this feeling of maybe this isn't going to last forever. Because they're kind of like feeling good about the fact, well, I don't fucking need it to last forever. But that's the kind of confidence all those buddies can bring. But then you have Uranus across the fucking way being like, but you don't know shit. And it's challenging. And if you guys have been experiencing like technical difficulties and stuff, it's because Uranus is opposing Mercury. I think if I'm remembering the charts correct, it's because of this opposition. It's like they're so busy arguing with each other. Let's personify them, right? They're so busy like arguing with each other that they're not doing their jobs right. Uranus really rules technology and Mercury rules communication. So it could feel a little bit like, at least when it comes to technology or like things working around your house. Yeah, like technology, engineering. Yeah, fucking shit could be breaking down easily. It could feel like a Mercury retrograde. Instead of it's like all the X's aren't coming back. It's just shit's not being taken care of. Nothing's working right. Why do the machines at the grocery store never work? It's going to be twice as bad right now. It's kind of like that. Anything that's supposed to make your life easier, technologically speaking, it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm working on concept art with this wonderful artist that I found over Fiverr. And this is like, we're going on our third round of her attempting to share a Photoshop document with me. It's just not working. It's not functioning. It's like everything that we're supposed to, like everything, we're trying everything, and it's just like, how do I fucking share this file? We're going to basically have to share it probably through Dropbox or something like that, because it's just not working. So I wouldn't be surprised if all this shit is like happening to you. It's definitely been happening to me. Color of the day is black. That's a protective color. It's a protective color, so think about it. Think about it. Also, think about rosemary. Rosemary always makes me happy. So, anyway, little suggestion. Okay, let's get into the reading. After we talk shop, we just get into it. Let's see what the message is for us today. Remember, this is like for a 24-hour period, so don't flip the fuck out, right? This is like, hi, honey, I love you. It's not for the rest of your life. I love you. You want to get a weekly forecast, then you go to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. That's where I upload a weekly message for each of the zodiac signs based on the energies that I'm picking up through tarot and oracle cards. Those are more specific, definitely. This is for everybody who needs it. If you're drawn to this reading, it's for you. I always felt more drawn to daily tarot readings than I did to my zodiac readings. And then I started realizing I was just kind of watching the wrong zodiac reading, because I'm a Cancerian, I'm a stellium Cancerian. But what I didn't realize was how much, as I'm getting older, I'm actually relating more to my rising sign, which is Libra, than I am to a lot of Cancerian things. And that could be because I have overcome a lot. I've learned a lot. Cancer has taught me a lot. And so now it's like on to the next. My moon sign is also in Cancer. So I spent a lot of time trying to understand or learning through Cancerian energy. And now it's like Libra energy is teaching me a lot more. Not because Cancerian energy is useless and it's not impacting me, but because so much of it is something that I've already connected with and connected through and grown through. So always check your sun, moon, and rising signs. I say that in the beginning of every video. I say it because I hope everybody can get back on. I'm sorry about that. I always forget to hit do not disturb, and they have this glitch between the iOS system on iPhone and Instagram. Hi, what's up, Yogi? I hope everybody can join me. They have this glitch where if there's a phone call coming in the middle of a live, it completely fucks up your sound and you can't get it back. Hey, Trey, you can't get it back. You can't get it. And it is really irritating because it's like you should be able to get it back. Like you definitely should be able to get your sound back. Hey there. Yeah, I don't know what the glitch is. I reported the glitch. They didn't fix it. I swear to God, I don't understand what the hell is up with Instagram. They just don't give a fuck. This app is like the personification of I don't give a fuck. Like, handle it yourself. We're not going to take care of you. We're not going to help. We're going to make it as impossible as we can for you to ever talk to us or speak to us. And then we're going to find a laundry list of reasons why we don't need to help you. Like, it's just such a horrible fucking platform. And I'm going to start thinking about doing my lives over on Vimeo. Just to have more of a presence over there and see who will join over there. It's unfortunate, but like Instagram is just, they're just like, it's fucking stupid. You were talking about tech issues. Yeah. But you know what? Let me tell you something, Kristen. That's been a tech issue for a long time. Like just, they don't fix it. They don't care. Why care? Why give a shit? First card out was the Knight of Swords, which is jumping into something very direct. Could even be direct communications, like straightforward, blunt communications. So that would be a sense of saying straight out about Uranus. It's been going on for a long time. It has been. I mean, basically all this year. It's been crazy. So you have fire here. You have, oh no, you have water. And then you have air, water and air. That's really interesting. Maybe he has the other elements on the other side. So it's just really just going straight at something. Headlong, jumping in. Maybe even before you're completely ready. And then we have temperance, a sense of, what are you doing? What are you doing? Motherfucker, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's what this is. A sense of, why are you acting like that? Why are you rushing into something? Oh, it's because you're scared. You're scared if you don't rush in, then you're not going to get it because you don't want patience, because patience takes strength, and this is not having strength. So this is, the devil. The devil makes us do horrible things. Why? Because we're afraid. And then we have the Four of Wands right there. This has something to do with relationships. It has something to do with pretending to be happy. This is making things look really happy. This is things really being happy. This is making things look really happy, right? Making things look really happy. Maybe been holding up for a long time like that. This is creativity, creation for creation's sake. The King of Wands, so this could be an actual male fire sign, usually over the age of 35, somebody tall, somebody handsome, but he's ignoring you. Now, ignoring you, why? He's not ignoring you to ignore you. This is the mentality of somebody who is so into what they're doing, what they're building, what they're working on. They ain't got time for nothing else because they're in creator mode, you know? This is like this is like the male version of a pregnant woman. And I say that because a pregnant woman's body completely restructures itself. It really does. Completely restructures itself to create that baby. Well, I mean, it's fucking nuts. If you actually look at all the hormones and the physiological changes that happen in a woman's body and brain when she gets pregnant, I mean, it's literally creation mode. You can't stop it. It's like a fucking train steamrolling. You cannot, locomotive, it's just going to keep going. This is like the masculine version of that. He is in such creative mode that basically he's almost restructured his whole life to just structure his life, to just, he's 100% like, you ain't gonna get this motherfucker's attention. Let's put it that way. And it's not personal. It's that he just has to really focus on creation right now. That's kind of what it is. And then we have, bam, the Tower, but it's in reverse. Thank God. So this is something that you're dealing with. In other words, this is the central energy. And this is saying that you've already gotten the shock. You've already experienced the shock of this. And now it's almost like you're trying to realize it and understand it and learn it and understand it. Change. Change is here. So the World card is here. It's almost like, what do you mean, who is this read for? The read is for everyone. This is a general reading for everybody who's drawn to it. So we have the like, it's almost like a sign that we've already stepped through. And I feel like, come on, bug, come on. I feel like sometimes when I say the World card, we've stepped through. You step through this portal and you think the portal's gonna be this like, like heaven on earth. Nah, dude, it's just a place you've never been before. It's brand new, and now you gotta hit the ground running and experience the bumps and bruises here. It's different bumps and bruises. It is a level up, but it's like, it's not the end. It's another level. There are going to be more challenges here. It's just like the other level challenges. I love you so much. Look at her. She just hangs her little foot off. You're so pretty. Get you someone who looks at you the way I look at my dog. Dude, it's so sick. So yeah, it's like you've stepped through. You already know this. This is something that's already happened. So, no freaking out involved. But it's a kind of a sense of dealing with it. Dealing with it. Maybe there's still some denial. This is also something new. It could be something new that you just started, right? Maybe something ended and something is about to begin. Just starting, like you're like almost conceptual. You're starting it, right? We go from the king back to the page. The page has a lot of enthusiasm. He's good looking. He's a cutie, but he's also a doofus. He doesn't know shit about what he's doing. He doesn't have a lot of self-control, but he does have. It's almost like in some ways, at least your creativity has been refreshed. Like who did I just say? It was Jesse, right? Who was just like, I'm writing my album. It's like, yeah, heartbreak can do that to you. An ending can do that for you. This is about like that fire, that light inside of you that's just beginning. And then we have the Queen of Cups. She's also looking away, right? So this is something that is being nurtured, being cared for, to the dismissal of all else. Interesting. Now I hope with this, I know I have such allergies, man. I hope that, forgive me, I'm sorry. I hope that this doesn't mean that one of you mature ass, or should be mature ass, female water signs is not falling for some little ass fuck boy. Please don't tell me that, man. Please don't tell me that. I'll get so pissed at you. And then we have Cancer. We have the Chariot, which is, you got to move on, dude. And moving on means you let the past disappear. It's time to go. Bye-bye. It's time to leave. See you later. It's just gone. Like look at the stepping stones there. It's fading. Let it fade away. To really move on is you got to let it completely go. Cancerians hold on to the past until it becomes almost a psychosis. And then they basically, when they let it go, it's like amnesia. It's like they don't even remember it. I have been through that so many times I can't even, like once I get over something, it's like it didn't even happen in my life. And somebody reminds me of it, I'm like, whoa, fuck. It's almost like I heard it in a story somewhere. I've completely disassociated from it. And it's very much the suggested modality. There's a sense of somebody's emotions are starting to look a different way. Somebody's passions are starting to turn a different way. They're not where they used to be. And it's probably because there was this big old disappointment that all of a sudden, bam, changed. And now somebody's moving on. And that's beautiful energy. Because who knows? Ooh, we have the 9 of Cups. But that's coming out way in the past. Ooh. Maybe you thought that this chance you were going to take was like, oh, it's going to be everything you ever dreamed of. But it's not. It's not. And our dreams are limited. Oh, amen, hallelujah. Do you want to come out? Do you want to come out? No. Amen, hallelujah. This is a new something to love. Yeah, everybody, all of these motherfuckers. Temperance, the Knight of Swords is looking here. He's jumping right in. Temperance is looking straight at us, and so is the Devil. I feel like we jumped into something really quickly because we were afraid that this was our shot, right? And you know what? I think it's good. It's good to take chances. It's good to, like I said, stepping stone. But ultimately, it's done. It's over. That was only for a moment. We've come through the other side, and now somebody's passions or our passions are turned in a different direction. So at the very least, allow your passions to turn in a different direction. You don't have an obligation to keep something going forever. First of all, you ain't capable of forever. You're capable of maybe 90 fucking years on this earth, okay? You ain't capable of forever. The sun isn't capable of forever. Like, nothing is forever, right? We can get into the love stuff. You can get into that, esoteric conversation. That'd be great. But for this, for the Tower, it's already done. Like, it's already finished. This is about the acceptance of the completion of it in the presence of you being interested in something else. So it very much could be that what helps you move on and finally be happy that something has shifted is that there's suddenly an interest in something else. Like, these motherfuckers, all at the end of the reading, these motherfuckers' backs are turned to us. They've moved on to the next. They're devoted, they're interested, but ultimately they're just, they got other shit going on. And that's a very good thing, because that's what life is. It's change and it's movement. And that's what's supposed to happen. So yeah, it is a time to let it go. It's necessary. Don't let your past hold you back. It's like these cards read my mind. Don't let your past hold you back. You are not defined by the decisions you made 10 years ago, especially. And you're not defined by the decisions you made yesterday. If it don't work for you, move on from it. Your commitment is being tested. Yes, it is. Do you really want this? Okay, so this is a double-edged sword statement. This new thing that you have in your life. Don't let your past or mistakes you've made in the past, or even if you failed in the past, don't let it hold you back from taking this chance. This is also a sense of don't let your past hold you back. Your commitment is being tested to show you that whatever decisions you made ain't for you. Pop quiz. Are you even interested in being in the room? Like that kind of energy. It's also a statement of, yeah, we can feel it. We can feel that things have become, things that we thought were going to be awesome are a little bit strained. And, sometimes that's just like the reality of things. It's like we enter into like a relationship and it's all kinds of dream world. But then all of a sudden, a year goes by, it ain't the honeymoon phase anymore, and you're starting to realize, wow, this motherfucker works way too much. We never get to spend time together. Or I always come second to his work or his kids. Or I don't know. I thought she was one way, but she's ended up to be like, I don't really like her as much as I thought. It takes time to get to know somebody, right? You can apply this to any relationship you want or any situation, but the bottom line is, sometimes we jump in, we don't give ourselves time because we're scared, and we think, yay, it looks good, so I want it. And ultimately, what ends up fucking happening? We're not happy with it because we didn't take the time to get to know what the hell it was to begin with. And then we're stuck because we're like, well, we have to make this work. First of all, who said you have to make it work? Whose fucking rule is that? I always thought it was kind of stupid, especially the dating thing. I think I shared this with you guys. I'll share it again. My mom and I have a really weird relationship. But sometimes she has gems that come out of her mouth. So let me share one of them. I think I was talking to her about somebody that I was dating or whatever. And she was like, you guys, dating is weird today. And I was like, my mom's 80. She was born in 1941. I was like, what do you mean dating's weird today? So when she was dating, when she was a young lady, she was about 1960. Okay? So this is for like historical perspective. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, why don't you date more than one person? And I'm like, because I'm not a hoe. She's like, I didn't say sleep with more than one person. I said, why don't you date more than one person? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, that's what dating is. You date more than one person. Because dating is getting to know people. It's spending time with them so that you can get to know them and see if there's somebody you want long-term with. Why are you deciding you want to be long-term when you just started dating somebody? You're supposed to date multiple people before you make that decision. And I'm like, first of all, how the hell did you just all of a sudden start making sense? And second of all, why did we stop that? Where did that mentality turn off? And it did. It turned, because I remember all through high school, oh, we're dating. We're dating. You were exclusive as you were getting to know each other. Like you had to be exclusive as soon as you were interested in each other. What are you talking about? How do you know you're interested in each other if you don't even know each other? That's what dating is about. I am dating you to get to know you. Why have I stopped dating everybody else in exclusion? Just you. I have to date just you. And then we get into these relationships with these people that we date exclusively. Why? Because it's like, well, I've been dating them for the past 4 months. But did you date anybody else in those past 4 months to compare how they make you feel? And if you like somebody else better, or did you just force yourself into this situation because it was easy and it was right there for you, so you created this picture of happiness when it wasn't really even fucking there, right? It was just a fucking, you created it all. You're creating it all in your mind. Especially since now we jump into the sex real quick, and that can really fuck your mind. Right? It could really make you feel like you have feelings for somebody because they fuck good when you don't actually jive that well. But, the fucking putang fucks your brain. And you just decide, oh, this is the way this person makes me feel. We're meant for each other. No, you're just fucking. And there's chemicals being released in your brain that get you addicted to them. But that doesn't mean they're actually for you. It means you're rushed into fucking something. Right? People are fucked up these days. That's not liberation. That's enslavement. That's enslavement to your, I say liberation because in the 60s we were supposed to become sexually liberated, right? But that was actually not liberation, ironically. It was like enslavement to your own base self. Because now we're forming relationships with people that we just like fucking, or we think we get to know them because we got to have sex with them whenever we wanted, even on the first date. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to call anybody a slut. or a hoe or any stupid shit like that. It's not about being derogatory towards someone's sexual preferences, but it's about, did you know them? You're deciding that you love them based on all this rush of hormones, but that's not love. That's not the same damn thing. And a lot of people are fucking up and getting into bad relationships and staying there because they're just chasing that dragon, just like the next high. You know, after the fucking wears out, after the first few months or the first year, the fucking wears out, it ain't as good anymore. Well, how come you're not making me as happy? Because they never made you happy. They never made you happy. You're trying to create something. You're trying to make happiness out of what isn't happy. It's just a high, right? And it's also a sense of, I'm jumping in like balls deep, literally, to a person, making a decision about a person I don't even know. I'm not even dating anybody else. I'm not even dating anybody else. I'm just being exclusive with this one fucking person. Like trying to make it, because I don't really want to put time into dating. I understand that. Maybe I'm really heavy into my career. I don't want to put time into dating. It's in front of me. Okay, let's roll with it. I'll make this one work. You should always be dating multiple people at any given time. And you should never stop dating multiple people until there is somebody out of those multiple people that stands out to you so much, you don't think about or want to date anybody else. And then you need to have an adult-ass conversation with this motherfucker, and you need to see if they feel that way about you too. And if the both of you say yes, then you move on to exclusivity. That's the way it fucking works. But it's not the way it's been working. And it's because of the introduction of sex very early on in the relationship. That really fucks people's brains. It really makes them feel like love is there when it's really just sexual chemistry. And that's not love. It's not the same thing. It's not even compatibility. It's just, wow, you found somebody who could fuck you. You could pay somebody for that shit. They be experts. They're professionals. But I'm serious. It's like we kind of get it. And I'm not against sex whenever. But I'm just saying that sex is very powerful. And a lot of people do it, but not a lot of people do it right or take responsibility for it. So it really will fuck your brain if you are not prepared. And I think the introduction of the sexual acts early on is what's making us be like, I'm exclusive with this person. I'm exclusive with this person, but you don't even know this person. But you're sleeping with somebody you don't know. And you're not giving yourself a chance to get to know anybody else because you're sleeping with somebody. You don't want to act like you a hoe. And it's just like, come on, man. Like, think about it. Before you are intimate with somebody, before you decide to be exclusive, you should be dating multiple fucking people. Like, I don't want to hear it. If you just met somebody, if this is somebody who you've been friends with for the longest time and it's becoming something else, well, that's a little different because you already know that motherfucker, right? You already know that motherfucker. But if you just met this person, you haven't started dating the first couple of times you go out with them. Because you don't know, you're just getting to know them. How do you even know if you like them? Right? You got to be a month into shit before you even think, okay, maybe I know this person well enough to ask them out and actually spend like quality time with them. Still doesn't mean you should be like dating exclusively, right? It doesn't make any sense. We fuck ourselves a lot. And I think that's why Libra's getting such a rough fucking patch. Because we, not Libra specifically, but we as a collective have really fucked up partnership, is what I'm saying. We've fucked up partnership and how it works well. And we need to go back to some older school shit. Not all of it. Not all of it. But as humans, we also have a tendency to we throw out the baby with the bathwater because we're lazy and we don't want to keep what's working and sift through what's working and keep what's working and throw out what's not. We just want to throw it all out so we don't have to think about it. And I think that conversation with my mother made me realize we threw the baby out with the bathwater because we did really need to get rid of the whole slut shaming and even sex shaming. But we didn't need to throw out, and we shouldn't have thrown out, get to know a motherfucker before you decide you love him. because humans are complicated creatures, and anybody who's married will tell you, even 20 fucking years into a relationship, a motherfucker will surprise you. So it's just really like, it's like deciding, can I grow with this person? Really, how does this person handle complex ideas or situations? Like, that's what you're really looking for in a long-term relationship. Do I like how this person acts through the tough times? Do I like how this person acts when shit hits the fan? Do I like how this person acts? Like, all those things. You know, who is it? It was Chris Rock that was like, you're not meeting them, you're meeting their representative, right? That's what he said. And that was true. In the first couple of like weeks that you know this person, you don't know them, they're making a good impression. You know, it's like, you don't know who the fuck they are. You're meeting this person's representative, right? And ultimately, it's like, do you really know them? Well, I don't know. And there's a lot of people justifying these relationships with people they didn't even fucking know before they decided, but I'm committed now, so I'm just going to try to make this work. And it's, you know what's sad is there actually is somebody really good and really right out there for you, and you miss them because you've been wasting your time with the wrong one. And some people do this for decades. So that's my little rant. That's my little rant. Hi, honey. Some cards did pop out. I'm going to share them with you. I wasn't even looking at these cards. I didn't even know what the hell they were. Suffering in... What's up, Amber? Suffering in silence. Trapped in fear. Partnerships and alliances. Shut up. These cards, angels, I gotta say, the angels are sarcastic as fuck. Like, look at this. What have I just been talking? And I didn't even see this card. Like, I hadn't even looked at them. I was talking to you guys. Suffering in silence, trapped in fear, and partnerships and alliances. It's all about partnerships and alliances. Being trapped in fear, these fucking partnerships that we're in, being like, oh no, we can never leave. You can leave. You can fucking leave at any time. You can fucking leave. The world is not going to end. It's okay. They even created a little thing called divorce for a reason. I'm serious. Yes, do some people use it too quickly? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's not that people are using divorce too quickly. Maybe it's that they were stupid. They're coming from this generation of dumbasses who got into a partnership before they even knew the person really well. And then they wake up 15 years later and they're like, I don't even fucking like you. Oh, well, maybe if you dated before you decided, you wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe that's the problem. It's not that, oh, women's liberation, we don't want to stay with men anymore, or people just aren't committed to each other. No, it's that they don't take the time, the courtship period, to get to know each other anymore. So they're making all these bad fucking choices and getting with people that they never should have been with. That's the problem. The problem was in the beginning. It's not that people can't stick it out. You can stick it out with anybody if you really love them, if you really believe in them, if you really understand them. Happy. I don't even know what the hell this card is about. What? Happy. I like the mentality. I like the suggestion. Okay. Happy. What is this? What is this happy? What are we happy about? The tribe. Oh, friends. Oh, so cute. Okay, friendship. Yay. To the sea. This is something emotional. Truth be told. What are your real feelings? Hi, buddies. What are your real feelings? Happy is here. The key to happiness is to find the tribe that you can be honest with your feelings about. Finding the people that you can be emotionally honest with. Right? If you're not able to be emotionally honest with somebody, you ain't even their friend yet. It doesn't mean you're never going to be their friend. It means that It takes time. It takes time. It's like longer. Some people are open books as soon as you meet them. And some people are harder. You know, it takes time. Like, let somebody take time. I always kind of like, I'm somebody who needs more time. So I don't like those fast friends people. Like, I'm your bestie as soon as I meet you. Why? How'd you earn that? Not here. Thank you very much. I need time. I need some motherfucking time. I need to see that you respect my boundaries. I need to see that you respect my space. I also need to see that, guess what? I'm moody as fuck. I can be crazy as fuck. Can you handle that? How does it make you feel? You know, are you going to be self-abusing to have me in your life? Or can you actually handle my bullshit and call me out on my shit and still like me in the morning? All of those things are a process that we have to go through when creating a relationship with somebody, right? Throw out the rule book. I agree with that. But then make your own rules between each other, right? There should be a rule book, but it shouldn't be a book written by somebody else. It should be a rule book written by the two of you. It's a contract of what you can expect from each other and what you're willing to take from each other. That's relationships. Love is unconditional. Relationships are very conditional. And there's a difference. And that's why you can love somebody unconditionally and not be able to be in a relationship with them. That's for real. We have this, right? Not showing up in our best. You're not happy with somebody. This is somebody's not giving you joy. And this is, okay. So you started out in the past, you wanted somebody. You wanted them. Or somebody wanted you. All they were thinking about was what they wanted. This is a greedy stance to take. I want it, so I'm going to get it. Like a collector, like a Professor Slughorn from Harry. I collect people. I want it. Forget about their quality, right? Fucking Voldemort was in the Slug Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about quality. It was about just status. I want it. Oh, so covetous. You rush right in because you think it's everything you fucking want. And then bam, you realize it is not even making me happy. I don't want it. I'm not happy at all. This is making me miserable. Oh, interesting. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the fact that this shit is making you miserable? You going to stay miserable? And this is what the Libran energy is struggling with. I'm not going to say every Libra, but the Libran energy, partnerships, and how we decide upon them, it's struggling with. As soon as we realize this isn't for me, I'm miserable, what do? Do we own it? Do we accept it? Or do we try to rationalize it and pretend that it's we can fix it? Because what's there to be fixed? This isn't about something being broken. This is about something never having existed at all. You made that shit up in your genitals, your hormones, and your fucking imagination. It never existed. You can fix something that's broken. You can't fix something that never fucking existed. Unless you just go on pretending. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. We want to move on, but we're scared. Intention is in reverse. So there was some bad intentions here. Maybe not malicious intentions, but bad intentions. Intentions that were based on greed and fear. That's why the fucking devil's here. Maybe even like cardinal energy or lust. None of that shit is... Yes, I just had a talk with my friend today. You want to be attracted to the person. That's part of the whole, especially romantic relationship. You want to be attracted to the person. You want to, you know, but you don't want to ignore everything else in order to be attracted to somebody. So this was some fucking stupid ass intentions, and then we have spring. We want to change. Hopefully, within the next 24 hours, we're going to become closer to being comfortable with, we have to change. Change is natural. The season is about to change. Some people are only around for a season. The season's about to fucking change. For us brave ones. For us brave ones. This video is taking a long time. It's okay. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. It's so interesting because that Libran energy is like, oh, let's keep the peace. Let's keep the peace. But are you keeping the peace, or you're just insisting, I was right. I was right about this person. I was right about this relationship. I'm not even going to entertain the idea that I wasn't. That's not keeping the peace. Let go of the need to be right. I love this card so much because of the subtitle, right? Peacekeeper. Yay! Let go of the need to be right. Oh, that's a little less glamorous, isn't it? Yeah, but that's how you keep the peace. Like, and this is about the big stuff. Like, I need to be right about this relationship. I need to be right about what I thought about this person when I first met them. No, you don't. No, let go of that. Let go of that. That's your ego. That's the devil talking. Stop. You need to accept somebody for what they show you they are. Because that's some major ego coming in there. Trying to make something work that doesn't. Whew. Oh, how beautiful. I feel balanced. I guess I would say that, especially with relationships, let go of the need to be right. Okay, let go of it. But what if you are right? Let go of the need to be right. Right. Absolutely. You don't need to be right. But what if you are right about something? This is about when you are continuously giving up what you know is true in order to keep the peace. That's false peace. That really is. And that's the hard thing to understand. I feel balanced when I give up the need to be right. Okay. Face your fears. Nurture your relationships. This is friendships. Animal bond. Stand up for animals. It's interesting. All these came out. Face your fears. Pretty easy, right? Face your fears. Nurture your relationships, especially with people who you're trying to form those relationships with. Look them in the eye. Am I compatible? Am I not? What do I like about you? What do I don't? Am I being honest with who I am so that you can make an honest decision about me? All of those things. And then animal bond. Get back to your base nature. Get back to who you really are, right? Be who you were. Be who you are in front of your dog to everybody else. And see who really likes you and who you really like. My dog sees a lot of me. I'm not talking about walking around naked, but I'm talking about like who are you in front of your animal? How easily can you cry or get mad or yell or upset or jumping on furniture? I jump for joy. I fucking still jump on the furniture when I hear a good joke or it's a good scene on a movie. Like, I know my dog loves me unconditionally. So ultimately it's like, who would you be? Who are you when you're just in the presence of your animal? Be that to the people you're trying to make friends with. And guess what? If they don't like your ass, They ain't you. They're not for you. And it's not even because you're in the presence of a bad person. It's just a bad connection. Unbound. Really, somebody's letting go, man. There is a huge sense of I'm finally awakening and realizing I don't need to make this fucking work. God, thank you for elevating me. Thank you for lifting this burden off my back. Thank you, Lord. Oh, and this is the full moon too. Wow. Yep. It's coming. All this energy is building up to that full moon in Taurus. And what is Taurus? Tradition. I've got to make this stay. I've got to make this work. I've got to hold up what has been. No. You got to let go. You got to let go of everything that's been. Let it go. If it stands firm and can't be blown down, it deserves to fucking stay. But if it only stood up because you were holding it up, it never, ever was strong enough to survive. That's why you gotta let it go. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. I'm telling you, fuck, everybody's all like, I'm so unlucky. I never have anything. No, that's you. Shut up. The universe wants to make you happy. It has so much abundance and beauty in it for you. If you are miserable all the fucking time, that's your choice. I'm telling you. It's your choice, and it's because you're disconnected. I'm straight up. I'm straight up. Trust the signs and your inner guidance. Are you, or are you ignoring it in order to align with your ego and fear? Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. This woman looks like Naomi Campbell to me. Doesn't she? Kind of like her face, right? I'm not insane. That's kind of what Naomi looks like. Or Tyra Banks. Is that more? No, I feel like it's more like Naomi Campbell. But yeah. So, you've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. And that's another thing people, they do. I yelled at one of my personal clients recently. She's all like arguing with me. Not arguing, she's very respectful, she's kind. But, about, maybe could this reading have meant something? Or, maybe you're just not understanding. And she's like making all these excuses for this motherfucker that she's in a relationship with. And it's just like, she just got out of an abusive divorce of like 20 fucking years. And I'm like, first of all, what the fuck are you doing jumping from an abusive relationship into a goddamn new relationship? The fuck are you doing? After an abusive relationship, you need a relationship with a therapist. You need to get on the fucking line and you need to rebuild you and love you again. Find your way back to the self that was broken and you were separated from because of all that abuse and trauma. The fuck are you doing? And I know this, and it's an attempt. Like, people are trying to take the stepping stone, right? They want to step out of their own life, but they only know their old mistakes that kept them. I need this bad relationship for 20 fucking years. Kept them there for 20 years. Now they think, oh, they're making the same bad decisions. I need a relationship to help me out of this bad relationship. No, you're making the same bad decisions. What you need is a relationship with you. You need a relationship back to yourself. You need to be able to call somebody and connect with somebody who is objectively helping you back to you, right? Like, take care of yourself. So many times we just think, oh, another partner's going to fix it for us. They're going to solve it. Solve what? You haven't even figured it out yet. All they're going to do is distract you, and you don't need distraction when you're getting out of a bad relationship. What you need is just to love the fuck out of yourself. And that means healing yourself. It's not always fun stuff. You know, sometimes it's getting right with your diet. Sometimes it's getting right with your diet and working out and getting a new job and going into therapy, right? Sometimes it's all of those things. That's taking care of yourself, healing yourself, allowing yourself to heal, not just allowing yourself to feel good. That's not the same thing, because a fucking drug can make you feel good. That's not healing you. Faith. Do not lose faith. That's right. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine once more. See, man, you don't have to, this don't have to be the one. You ain't done nothing wrong, they ain't done nothing wrong. It doesn't have to be the one. And if it is the one, you wouldn't even be fucking listening to this conversation. Like, you'd know. You know this isn't about you. This may not even be about your relationship with your significant other. This may be about your work. Because work environments, we spend at least 40, 50, 60 hours a week there. They can become very toxic, right? And they're very scary to let go of too. Because what? We got to eat. We got to put a roof over our head. We got to have, we got to have fuel in our car. We're not even it doesn't even have to be a brand new car or like a great place to live. But we all need things, and the way that we get them in this 3D construct is pay for them. And so when your work environment becomes toxic, it can become very, very scary to realize it, to admit to yourself, I got to get the fuck out of here. I am miserable every time I walk through this door. I love this paycheck, and that's the only thing I love. I literally step into work on Mondays, and I can't breathe until Friday when I step out. Guys, you got to get the fuck out of there. You don't have to leave right now, but you should be on it takes at least 6 months to find a job these days. Right? At least a good paying one. I mean, the recruitment process is hard. Everything is difficult. So it's but start now. Empower yourself by reminding yourself there are 1 million jobs on this planet and I can find one that makes me happy. I can do it. And start. Take a little extra time, like a year and a half, so that you do find one that makes you happy instead of jumping into one because you were scared. You didn't take the time. Right? You justify just jumping in. I like the paycheck, I like the salary. And how much have you paid for that paycheck and salary ever since you've been there? And that's like the kind of the truth that we have to accept. Once again, this is a very important relationship in our life, which is our relationship to our boss, our crew, our work. A very, very important relationship. You could be happy with your spouse at home, but Jesus Christ, it's like you can't breathe for 9 hours a day while you're at work. It's 9 hours of your day. I am living proof. You can be happy in your work. There are, and not even just this job. I have had corporate jobs, and I'm not really hardwired for corporate work, but I have had a corporate job where I loved my team so much. I still talk to them. They're still my friends. I love the people that I worked with so much, and I really took to the work that I actually look forward to going into work every day. It can be found. It can happen. And maybe that's where you need to set your sights higher. And I know that's scary. And I'm not telling you to quit tomorrow. I'm telling you to get your LinkedIn profile set up, your Indeed profile set up, your fucking Glassdoor profile set up, your fucking Monster.com profile set up. I'm telling you to get your Zip Recruiter set up. I'm telling you to get your ladders set up. I'm telling you to fucking redo your resume so it's the goddamn bomb. And I'm telling you to go full on and start today so that by next year at this time, you're happier and healthier because you're happier. Change doesn't happen overnight, and that's true. But you got to start. You got to start somewhere. Better start taking those better start taking those stepping stones to a place you actually want to go. Right? That's the difference. That's the difference. Anxiety. We surround you. And anxiety can really take over when we feel like we have no choices. We always have choices. There's never just two roads in and out of a place. We surround you with the healing light of amethyst. So maybe if you're suffering from a lot of anxiety, yes, therapy, actual therapy. Please know that you deserve to be healed, right? Also be carrying around that amethyst with you. Amethyst is not therapy, but it's just a help. It'll help you a little bit. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. There's nothing to fear. Fear is a lie. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. Oh, and that's where you connect to through faith. Oh, I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I know I talked your ear off all day. I don't even know where all this energy came from. But I'm really happy you guys were able to stop by, and loving the fact that you shared this moment with me. And I will definitely be on here tomorrow. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for coming back after that little snafu with the no sound. Now I just have to remember to take Do Not Disturb off so I can actually hear my phone ring again. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.